Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Ayo, Bono 6.
Welcome back, another episode of Scenario. We are back. My brother Matt, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, dog. It's been it's been an exhausting week.
Why you say that?
It's only Wednesday.
You've been going pretty hard out in these streets?
No, not me, man. Like, I've been, we can wait, but we can get to this in a second. But that Kevin Durant thing, man.
It kind of hit you like
it's weighing heavy on my spirit, dog, because it's the way folks been acting around the man. It's been foul to me for a while, but now it's like double down foul. But
like it's like now it's time to go ahead and pay the piper up with it.
I guess. I mean, either way it goes, it's just a terrible situation, man. But yeah, man, I'm good though. Otherwise, that David Ortiz news, man, it's just like, real G's getting clipped out here, dog, one way or the other.
Hey, as the great Lil Boosie say, well, you gonna get killed when you go home.
If anybody can bring together the people,
Lil Boosie.
It's Lil Boosie. What's good your way?
Man, everything's good, man.
I saw you was out there getting your food truck Fridays in.
Yeah, man, food truck Fridays with the little one, man. Me and the little baby girl went out there for the food truck Friday and kicked it, man. It's interesting when you're trying to get like alcohol with a minor. Mm-hmm. And but they don't want to cooperate. They understand that you doing a transaction, almost like a drug deal when you're getting.
Wait, hold on. Who's buying it? Was she buying it for you?
No, I was. So you said it's not like The Wire where you got little kids running the packs.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No.
So
So we were in line to get some beer, and she was scared of a dog, and she wanted me to hold her, but I'm trying to buy a 6-pack of beer.
Wait,
at the same time.
You were trying to buy a 6-pack at Food Truck Friday?
Yeah.
To handle then?
No, I was trying, because it was they had the little flavored joints. I was taking back to the crib.
Oh, okay.
I
thought you was turning up to that level.
No. It was oh, snap. These would be kind of good for the road, too. It was 6-pack for $17.
I'm say you violating. You double violating.
It was a premium style. It was a premium
If you got your daughter buying your liquor and trying to get her to buy 6-packs.
That'd have been dope, though, actually. If you could do that. think about... That's how my grandma used to be. She used to have me go get her cigarettes.
So, the thing about it is you using kids. That's the ultimate, I ain't got my license. Somebody got to get this done. And you sending somebody who's not going to have a license for another 15 years.
Because you ain't got no license at all.
Yeah.
Even though you're the grown person there that could probably be like, hey, man, what happened in 1985? You could quote it and then, okay, well, you old enough. You send somebody that's 8 years old up there to go get your alcohol. But man, back in the day, you could do that though.
It's just I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting. Oh God.
Yeah, Food Truck Fridays is interesting, man. It's actually pretty cool, but it's real eclectic though, man. You see the little bit of the hood there, kind of hanging out because it's still the South Side over there.
Really? Did that?
Oh,
is it that now?
Yeah, it's like the hood that's got a little culture hood, where it's oh, I heard about this on the internet, and they're scared to bring some of their friends there, so it's 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
They ain't bring everybody. It's okay, girl, me and you like to go eat somewhere. We gonna bring Cassandra, and we ain't telling nobody about this food truck.
It's like they stash spot.
Yeah, but it's just one time somebody gonna bring their boyfriend Quintarius, and then that's when Food Truck Friday's gonna get fucked up. Just like anything else.
Yeah, and that's gonna.
It's the one time. The one dude be man, there be some chicks out there though, dog.
Right now, it's like a Shangri-La.
Yeah, it is.
It's like Shangri-La right now, but you bring it up, and then it's oh damn, they done let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, that's what. It was dope though, man. I love food truck setups, man. But I think food trucks are getting too healthy though.
I'm okay with that.
I know that sounds fucked up.
I'm okay with that.
When I want to eat bad, I eat healthy most of the week. When I want to eat bad, I want to eat bad. My cheesesteak wasn't, because I got it from the cheesesteak spot, and it was a decent one. But I want to get cheesesteak. I want it to be greasy and sloppy. You know what I mean? It was all
go to Penn Station or something. Yeah.
But I was at the food trucks though. They have if they had a Penn Station food truck, I would have.
I think that the food truck genre of people that are going for are the people that's trying to eat healthy though. You want the after club truck Fridays. That's different.
And it's not at 7:00.
Yes, that's different. You want to be eating street meat, street meat Saturdays.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah, but you want it at 4 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Or but that's no. You see. Here's the mistake that you make.
Okay.
Your body really can't handle that food.
It just thinks it can?
You just believe you can because you've eaten it at points when you've just been obliterated otherwise.
Okay, so
when
I'm underestimating
that
myself.
Polish sausage and they just slapping that barbecue sauce on there with that little spatula that they put that shit on there. See, you want it at 2 in the morning. You don't want it at 4 in the evening.
But I think I wanted it 4, but my body really only knows the one of that 2.
Everybody's ate something at some point where they even hit it and it's good to their drunk self, but they gave it to their sober self.
Like you went to the street meet thing before the club, like when he first preparing, getting everything together. Like, I'm gonna grab me a dog real quick. It's 9 o'clock.
You leave the club early. You're gonna have to. Them guts gonna be.
Oh, you said. Oh,
you haven't fortified your guts with several Long Islands and like rum and cokes and Hennessy's yet.
To really, that's real. That's real. So I mean, yeah, that's all the food truck. And I'm not discouraging the food truck situation. It was just more of my kind of critique, I would guess, to say of that. And that's not even really critique. It's more of a thing of like, I just wanted it to be kind of sloppy.
This place
Philly
is there though.
Oh no, I know. I just was
the barbecue.
I got fixated to the Philly though, and I was like, oh snap! That was like it was just there. It was sitting there real nice.
How does a Philly neat though? I'm a little
confused. This motherfucker was neat. I should have took a picture of it, motherfuckers. It was neat. Like it was this nice. It was like a nice hoagie. But it wasn't sloppy. It wasn't like I need that grease up under that motherfucker. Where
you want that where that bread is a little bit
the bread is a little breaking off a little bit because it's so greasy. And not necessarily I want it all the time. It was just my mind and vision that food truck would have that type of Philly. Because the way they were talking, they're like, "Come on and get it, let's go Blues." I'm like, "Oh, they gonna have that sloppy shit." It was the presentation of them. It was false advertising.
You was all built up.
They look like South County brothers too, man. And I was like, "Oh, they gonna have it real nasty."
I went to the food truck thing they did over in Maplewood, little suburb spot
how was
here.
that? How was that?
It was dope because like they was bringing out like bar food, so it was like.
Toasted ravioli type shit.
Yeah, like different stuff like that. But it was also like barbecue trucks and like drink wagons and stuff like that. Like I can dig that.
Was it a nice amount of people that showed up?
Yeah, it was solid, but it wasn't like I couldn't not get through the line.
No, these lines were stupid.
Like dudes making hot link sandwiches out there.
It was a brother?
Yeah. Hot link sandwiches out there.
Yeah. I don't even think white people even know.
It was from a bar. From a white bar. Like they serve it there. But it was a brother that was on the grill. That's how I trusted it to go get it.
Wow. I didn't even know white people knew about hot links.
They know about everything.
You think they've infiltrated everything that's black now?
I mean, they know about it. Now, whether they participate in it is a different thing. They just look at it like spicy sausage as opposed to that hot link. But it was a hot link.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's jump into the mailbag. We got a couple of emails.
Do we have a winner?
Oh man, yeah, we got a voicemail that just came in.
Like a couple minutes ago?
Like oh no, it's 3 hours ago. I just saw it.
How you even have CP time with your phone?
I just know because I just pulled up the email box and I didn't see this email was in there. I mean this voicemail was in there. Yeah, they sent the voicemail. Yeah, they sent a voicemail on today. Mm-hmm. Shout out to you. But we're gonna play that voicemail real quick. We'll be right back. We're gonna play this voicemail.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
What's going on, Scenario Crew? This is CJ. I was calling to see if I can get y'all's help with something relating to the crew. So I haven't been able to find y'all's episode when y'all break down the crew. But for a long time, me and my guys, we kind of related our situation and set up to the guys in the best man. You know, everybody had a role to play. Everyone had their strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. As of right now, we have a situation amongst the crew where we had a serious violation of unspoken crew rules. And now we are looking at excommunicating one of the members and may have to send him north of the wall. So give me a shout. Let me know what you guys think. This is pretty egregious. Somebody got crossed up with somebody else's mentioning something to somebody's woman that they had no business mentioning. And, it's been a problem. So how do we go about basically moving on as a unit without our our lost brother, who doesn't seem to really understand the severity of what he has done, nor does he want to take responsibility for what he's done. He sees nothing wrong with it. Those brothers you can't help, and sometimes you got to cut bait. So I wanted to see what y'all's thoughts on are having to release a member of the crew and moving on without him. Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right, we back.
Hold on, I need you to hit me with something real quick.
Go ahead.
I need the Law and Order sound right now as we got to weigh in. All right. Listen, check this out, man. We'll find that episode for you, too.
Oh, no, it's episode 2.
Is it episode 2?
It's episode 2. Matter of fact, I may make it the throwback. I'm gonna throw it up on the feed for everybody this week.
Okay.
For the Friday.
Give
Flashback Friday, just for you, PJ. For y'all can go ahead and we didn't talk about egregious. Maybe we need to bring back as another episode a full crew, but like when he's talking about rules within the crew and like excommunication and like discipline.
You have to bring in other essential members of a crew in order to break through that. That shouldn't be an issue. But as far as weighing in on that, I mean, man, communicating with other dudes, gals, man, that's a dangerous game because you never know what you're gonna open up. And especially to me, it sounds like right here, if you're talking about sending somebody north of the wall and putting them within,
he must have got somebody jammed up.
Well, if you're putting them within reach of the Night King.
Look, and he ain't voluntarily going either, though.
No, like he's getting banished to the wall.
No. And now, actually, he almost should be beheaded because most of the time people go to the wall, they normally like, okay, I fucked up.
I don't think they want to kill their homeboy though. It's like
I'm saying
you send your friends to the wall, you behead your enemies.
But remember Ned on the first episode, it was one of his boys that came back. And he was like, no, I know I was wrong for leaving the wall, but these White Walkers is coming.
No, that wasn't his boy, remember? That was just the dude that was he was part of the Night's Watch.
Right, but it was somebody he knew, though, closely, though.
No, he didn't.
I thought he knew him personally. No, didn't somebody try to bump for him?
No, not at all. He was just like, when you leave the wall, you cross into the north, and you are then subject to the warden of the north. That's all that was.
Okay.
The dude was too young. Dude was like a teenager. That wasn't Ned, boy. But anyway, to this thing right here, we don't have the specifics, but with the details that have been presented, I feel comfortable enough with saying that if you got to make a policy to remove a guy from the crew, you shouldn't. That's not something that you bring up lightly. We're men. We don't think about breaking down and breaking away from our boys too easily. And there's been some times I've been in some advanced crew situations before where you see somebody that's becoming a hazard to the crew. Like you see the way he living his life isn't the way that y'all living y'all life, and you got to be like, hey man, listen, you're gonna get us all caught up. We got to get away from you, dog. That's what it sounds like to me right here. I think the judgment comes down as the warden of the utility men, myself. I'm gonna say that if you have to swing the sword, swing it confidently. And you just gotta let the brother go, but you cannot be going into other man's house causing problems that you leave them with.
He got somebody jammed up.
Yeah, you can't do that.
He got somebody, and that's a different jammed up when somebody within your own circle gets you jammed up.
That's a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy because when you live in your life and you living a smooth life, you in a good place. And you ain't got jammed up. You ain't done nothing to cause it.
And you ain't put it out in front of other people. They can get jammed up and nothing like that.
It's like that game Mousetrap when that little cage come down on top of them. That's what that is.
Damn.
You fell into the Mario pit.
And it dude said it was a conspiracy.
It was. It was some shenanigans afoot.
Yeah, that's PJ, man. Down. I think this is something that PJ and I would definitely want you to weigh back in on this. I guess does it matter the position of this player in the crew? Because if it depends on what is going on, that could really wreck the crew moving forward, depending on the position.
The crew's got to be versatile enough to get over.
So other people's got to pick up the slack in other spots if we got to. Basically.
Yeah, you can't have that. You can't have that in the mix. That's blood in the water.
So this is basically
what you definitely can't have happen in the crew is that you end up having people trying to get back at other people within the crew.
Because if you keep him around the crew, don't be like, oh, well, wait till you get another girl 5 years from now. He gonna get jammed up.
Right, and I'm gonna see to it. That's uncrew like. That's
it's put more dissension within the crew itself.
That's catty like women, and that's not what a strong crew should be built on.
But that dude that did get jammed up, he may be feeling that way if this other guy's not excused.
He should get the final call. The one who took the jam should get the final call.
But is it more egregious the fact that he won't even be like, "Yo, I messed up"?
Yeah, I mean
that he's sitting there about like, "Oh no, I ain't do nothing wrong."
Yeah, I mean when you act unrepentant about it, that has the potential to completely ruin the crew. I mean that's it. You can't. By all means, the crew must survive first and foremost.
Yeah, the crew is everything at this point. That's the last thing left to survive is the crew. Man, PJ, man,
tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
Not a spot you ever want to go to if any of your homies.
PJ, I would definitely want to know. We would definitely want to know what's the what comes of all of this. So if you give us a recap of what happens in this situation and long-term goals,
please keep us abreast of how things are going,
and
in your prayers and hopes are with us or with you.
All right, man. Shout out to you, PJ.
If you get us the details, we'll do the sentencing.
Yeah.
If you get us the details, we'll do the sentencing.
Definitely do the sentencing.
We'll get an attorney to come join the show and everything. We're gonna get a real attorney and we're gonna get a hood attorney, and we're gonna present the case and we'll get it taken care of.
Do we know hood attorneys?
I know plenty of them. Yeah.
I mean, what is considered a hood attorney though? Like
somebody who makes the judgments in the neighborhood.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like an attorney that it. Okay, I was like, okay. You're talking about street justice.
Yes, I am. I'm talking about OG. I'm talking about OG street justice.
Talking about Judge Judy.
I'm talking about somebody that might be named Street Justice.
That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Street Justice. Because he
Black Dynamite cousin.
He delves out street justice.
Black Dynamite's cousin, Street Justice.
Shout out to anybody out there with doing the street justice. This next one comes from T-Bone Watkins. We have been listening to the podcast for a long time in my barbershop. Shout out to Just Head Cuts here in Gary, Indiana. Shout out to Gary.
I'm about to stop through.
Yeah,
stop
man.
through.
I'm about to come
check that
through.
out. I'm in Chicago enough to fall through there.
Yeah, Just Head Cuts. Just Head Cuts.
I need an escort to get back up out of Gary, Indiana. But I'll stop by though.
Now, can you meet us in another location and cut us? Like we say, like, hey, we're at the hotel. Come through and cut us.
Yeah, I might have to. Can you bring
your equipment to us?
Yeah,
then we can do it. Just Head Cuts don't seem like I gotta buy some stuff to get out of there.
Yeah,
I feel like I gotta buy illegal drugs to get out of there.
Oh yeah,
not necessarily illegal drugs.
Yeah,
something illegal.
It's hard to tell what drugs are illegal anymore now.
That's true.
It's getting
the line's getting very blurred.
Yeah,
what 11 states right now have legalized?
Yeah,
now?
It's on the way. It's ramping
Illinois
up.
Just legalized it. So
yeah,
shout out to Curtis Tarver who hope they get that through. But he goes on and says, "Wanted to put a scenario past you all. I listened to the episode on a barbershop etiquette. Shout out to your boy who was the barber on there.
Shout out to Rich. I got to call him this week. Situation getting a little tough.
Have you all decided to do an episode on crazy things that happens right outside the barbershop? For instance, there's so many things that happens outside. This is why we can't come to your barbershop. Just Head Cuts. You already telling me that outside your barbershop shit's going down.
If you make it inside the barbershop, you're in a good place though. Because the only barbershop I've ever seen in my life that's gotten roughed up was the one on Luke Cage. And everybody even knew then. They called that out as a flagrant violation of the space.
You can't do that.
You can't bring the war to the barbershop. It's sacred ground.
Can't bring it to Pops?
To the what?
When his name Pop? When his name Pops?
Oh, you talking about on that show?
Yeah,
I'm talking about real life.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about real life.
Yeah.
I'm saying you just can't bring the war into the barbershop.
Yeah, no, you cannot bring the war to the barbershop. So he goes on to say, if you all thought about doing a show on what happens outside the barbershop, so many crazy things happen outside the barbershop, but people don't discuss them. There's everything from transactional illegal, and even things I've seen where baby mamas have pulled up to try to get child support.
Mm-hmm.
So many different levels of things happen outside the barbershop that don't happen inside. Love y'all show. Keep doing what y'all do.
So my thing about it is I feel like while we respect the barbershop, that's a place where my relationship with women in the barbershop is a complicated one.
Have you brought a woman to the barbershop ever in your life?
Absolutely not. I've never been taken to one by a woman. I've never took one to the barbershop.
One time she came in when I was getting ready to leave. Yo, pull up. We getting ready to go somewhere else.
No, you gotta stay in the car.
No. She drove herself. I was like, yo, I was the last person in there for the day, so it wasn't like nobody else.
Like, I don't feel like I don't want to contribute that because the spirit and the aura of the barbershop is such a strong one that I don't want to interrupt the vibe. Now, shouts out to our sisters that got to drop off their kids because that's, hey, nobody else going to do it. You got to do it. You got to make sure you get taken care of, do what you got to do. But this brings me to a great point that happened last month that I never got to bring up.
Yes, and we went back and forth on this while I was out of town. Yes.
And I was not happy about this. I walk into the barbershop. I'm sitting there waiting to get cut up, and I got to listen to a woman that brought her son to the barbershop talking about how some dude she on the phone with need to be happy that they together and that her meal ticket is sitting in here getting his haircut right now. He going to be a basketball player. I looked at the dude in first grade.
Oh, you see? So he ain't even like 15, 14 or somewhere.
Like he's sitting in the chair to boost himself up to get his joint cut. You talking about this is going to be.
She said my meal ticket is sitting in the chair.
Yes. This is what I work on right here. Like she said, not only does she deserve to live the good life that it's gonna find her because this dude, her son, is a basketball player. I said, first of all, you can't call a first grader a basketball player.
No, you really can't even start playing basketball for real till like fourth grade.
Like dude could end up being like 5'7".
Happens to a lot of people.
Don't give me that Isaiah Thomas, Spud Webb shit.
That's a
red
exception,
herring.
not the rule.
That's the pink elephant, red herring of the situation.
And what Isaiah was 6 foot?
No, I'm talking about Isaiah Thomas that plays now.
Oh, I think about Isaiah.
Yeah, no.
Zeke.
No. Isaiah Thomas that played for the Celtics, not the Pistons.
And he's what, 5'10"?
He's 5'6".
No. Isaiah Thomas now is 5'6"?
Yes.
I thought he's like 5'9", 5'10".
Don't look it up. You believe me. Look at you. You gotta this is how you gotta go about things.
He's 5'9".
5'6". He 5'6". Same thing. You walk in the house, my house 5'9", you 5'6", as far as I'm concerned.
Same thing. It's all
you the same height as my mama.
It's all equal at that point.
But hey yo, cause in the barbershop just violating, talking all loud. So we in there trying to have regular topical. I go to the barbershop.
Was she attractive?
No. I go to the barbershop. She had like a velour suit or something.
Oh shit. A velour?
Velour suit, yeah.
Like the Sean John?
Oh, you about to drink a second Monaco?
It's like second Monaco. I'm on Monaco too.
Did you drink? You drank one on the way here, and
Well,
now you gonna drink. Wait, you were already drinking it?
It was halfway, and I finished it here.
So you opened it up when you got in the car?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you have them already when you left the house?
No, I had that made a pit stop.
Oh my God. Pause my barbershop conversation. Yo, this cat's one of the blackest people of all time. We started recording a half hour late so that you could stop and get a caffeinated malt liquor beverage. It is 9:30 at night. We already are 3 hours behind.
Hey, man.
And you just said, forget it. I got to get my caffeinated liquor beverage.
Had to, man.
With this rooster on it.
Well, I mean,
you better
I got gas. Was the first thing.
Yeah, okay.
And then I saw it, and it opened up like.
What gas station do you go to where you live at that they sell?
The Mobile right there on Olive.
They sell those in there?
Yeah, they got it right.
Is that where you discovered them?
No, I discovered them at
in
the
Detroit.
No, Arena Liquor up closer to my house. Arena Liquor right there at Warson in Olive.
You black as hell. Anyway,
we'll go back to the story.
Oh, black ass. You be having some black ass adventures.
Yeah.
Like you deserve an episode of Atlanta. Black ass adventures with Daryl.
Man, that's real shit though. No, one of my boys said that for real too.
Like going to places with your kid and having them buy you a 6-pack, and then you trying to stop off at a gas station to pick up malt liquor, energized malt liquor.
Got to do it sometimes.
You gonna get some Anaconda malt liquor one day. You gonna be jammed up.
The Anaconda fuck you.
Makes you ooh. Anyway, I'm not gonna.
So she was she? What was? So she was like going in, like
She
so
was violating, dog. Just
So
having,
everybody's just sitting there, just looking at her like, wow.
you just sitting there. Everybody just sitting there. You know that thing when something just is violating your space, and you ain't got nothing to do but either look into your phone or just look off into the distance. It's just like the barbershop has a certain level of conversation, a certain vibe, and it just got overtook. It got overtook and overran, and I take that as being the person who, like, somebody was eating some chicken in church. Like, you just come into church and you got some steaming hot gas station chicken and you just sitting there in the middle of church eating.
Or people that bring, like, steaming hot food on the plane.
Yes.
And I had a woman tell me, like...
like, if imagine somebody's eating a tripe sandwich on the plane.
And you got to fly all the way to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Bi-coastal tripe.
Bi-coastal tripe. I ain't seen somebody do that, but I saw somebody with some nasty oxtails.
On a plane?
On a plane. They got some when I was down in New Orleans. They got some at the airport. Before they got to the airport. Got it through or whatever, customs and shit.
I was at the airport one time and somebody had a 30-pack of White Castles that they was trying to get through.
Did he get through?
Dude had to open all of them up.
Oh, he had to visually look through all of them and like probably put his finger through all of them.
Yeah, I was like, how do you eat this now? I mean, that's like dating old gangbang.
So you were coming back. Where were you headed to?
Oh fuck, I don't remember.
Well, do you know
Oklahoma maybe?
No, but I wonder where were they headed to though? With 30.
Detroit.
Are you sure it's Detroit? Or do you feel like it was Detroit?
I was assuming.
They look like they were somebody who was going to Detroit.
Anybody is taking 30 White Castles through the carry-on. You're gonna carry on 30 White Castles, bro. You're not getting on my plane with 30 White Castles.
So okay, what cities are the top 3 cities he was going to? You said Detroit is one.
Huntsville, Alabama. Detroit.
When you just drive?
If you this damn country.
I was to Detroit, Atlanta, and Texas, somewhere in Texas.
Not Atlanta, no, not Atlanta.
Because you saying somebody would drive there too?
I don't understand the idea of driving over 4 hours at any point in life. So
No.
I'm never gonna say people are gonna drive anywhere. If you see me driving over 4 hours, you best believe I'm down on my luck because I'm flying.
Or it's a group trip where everybody kind of chipping in and kicking in and kind of.
I don't want to go on those anymore. I'm 36.
You don't want to do that no more?
No.
I want to do one or two more, man.
I'm not coming. I'll see you there.
So you want? But that's Ozarks is less than 4 hours.
Yeah, that's like 2. The longest I'll drive is from Kansas City to St. Louis, Kansas City.
And St. Louis, Chicago, St. Louis, Memphis.
St. Louis, Chicago's 5 hours. I think about it.
Really?
Sometimes I'll take the ride if I need to. If I just am going on my own, I'm flying.
Okay.
That time of that travel takes away too much time in my day. I'm more likely to fly somewhere close than I am somewhere medium. Because it's a silly ass commute time.
Yeah.
I just don't. If I can get somewhere in 45 minutes, why do I want to take 5 hours to get there?
Yeah, that's real.
But anyway, don't be violating
Yeah.
the barbershop. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, that's it. No, nothing else.
Don't do it.
All right. Let's get into our topics, man.
So wait, did nobody?
Nobody.
So it's a rollover.
It's a rollover.
Okay. Now the pot is up to $2.
Yep.
But you got to know both stories.
You gotta know last week.
Somebody is gonna not do this for weeks on end, and this pot is gonna get massive.
And
somebody gonna win like the Jeopardy dude. Like
he lost though.
Yeah, he did, but he
came up though.
He $2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. That show would have put him over the grand champion.
Yeah, he would have went over the top dog of all time.
Which is I'm fine with. The other dude, his run was like way longer. I remember that was like damn near a whole year that motherfucker was on Jeopardy.
Yeah, he was on.
I think they just retired him. Did he lose or they just retired him? Like you just can't come back no more.
I don't know. I can't recall, but he was truly out there.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah, he was doing it. Man, let's go. Let's talk about this Kevin Durant thing off the top. Let's do it off the top.
Man, I'm pissed, Doug. All right, so first of all, I feel like the thing that people have gotten the most wrong in the last few years, I should say, is the KD takes. I hate them. The KD takes
like ultimate people having their takes on KD.
The KD takes have always varied between just people. I hate when people tell people to do something that they wouldn't do themselves.
Okay.
And it's like if you got an opportunity, got the opportunity, like, are you gonna take a worse job just because it's harder?
No.
That's what that means to me. KD was the rare dude that had the opportunity to go to the absolute best situation possible and just make it better.
As the great Jay-Z said, I'd rather be overpaid than underrated.
Exactly. Exactly. Freshly minted billionaire Jay-Z.
Yeah. I'd rather be overpaid than
We gotta talk about that too.
Yeah. We talk about the Jay-Z.
I got thoughts. But, man, Kevin Durant comes back, man, and everybody saw it by now. He comes back, you know, it said he had the strained calf. He comes back out. Now it's been confirmed he blew his Achilles as well out there.
That's a year, right?
Yeah, that's a year on ice right there. Maybe.
When Kobe had it, Kobe came back the next season pretty.
He, on one side, it's.
Are you saying it was like, because that was the end of the tour, though? Like, it was kind of like.
Kobe was fighting time at that point. Like, KD got a chance to make $31 million next year for doing absolutely nothing and just rehabbing and making sure he's strong and ready for it.
And somebody gonna give it to him, too.
Well, he's got a player option. He can just take the next year of his contract.
And just stay and go stay, you saying?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be smart if he did that.
I would. I don't see why you wouldn't, but I don't want to talk about his future yet, because that's all people have done all year, too, which has pissed me off, and not pay attention to some of the beautiful basketball this dude was playing. Now? Like, he came out last night essentially on one leg and was killing folks.
Had 10 points?
Killing folks. Like, putting work in.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and then it's just tragedy hits. Now, the thing that really pissed me off, though, was them folks up in Toronto. Like, here's my thing. I don't ever believe in kicking somebody while they down. Literally. Like, any excuses people make, oh, they were caught up in the moment. Oh, they were excited. Oh, this, oh, that. I don't want to fucking hear it, yo.
That's some bullshit.
I don't want to fucking hear that, man. It's like if somebody goes down, they can't get up, and you see one of the cameras that was down there close to courtside when it happens, you got people waving at them on the ground and and laughing and shit. And I'm like,
I didn't even trip off that.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was one of the most classless things I've ever seen in my life. But it's like all the things about saying he's soft for going and doing this, and you don't respect him for doing that. This is a dude who literally could have phoned it in. He could have literally said, hey, I got free agency coming up. I'm cool. Probably, in real talk, probably should have done that.
And I wouldn't have been mad at him for that.
He should have done that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he was sitting there looking at it, and he just wasn't content to watch his boys go down without him at least jumping in the fight. I don't know about you, but that's my kind of cat.
Yeah, no. I think this actually is going to rehab his career in the public eye.
Man, it could, man. But you know what, man? The problem with the NBA is it's become male soap operas now. It's just become a thing where becomes a thing where people create drama and argue with each other about people as opposed to watch the game. Like, look at things that happen in the game and say, well, that wouldn't have happened to my guy. LeBron wouldn't have done that. Jordan wouldn't have done that. Kobe wouldn't have done that. As opposed to watching basketball and appreciating basketball for what it is. Like, this era of player-first fans really are ruining it. It's ruining it. Yeah, it's like pick a team and ride with a team. I mean, I feel like that's not one of those things where you can say, oh, that era is gone. Like, what's that? That's just basic fanhood. Yeah. That's what fanhood has been forever. Pick a team, and ride with that team. More likely than not, pick a team that is close to where you grew up at, have some civic pride, and root for that team.
And so you can get to some games or two and hang out.
Right, exactly. But, like, instead, we've made it be a thing where all we doing is just talking shit about players all the time. And, like, there's nothing else you can say about Kevin Durant. You can say he's soft for going there and doing all that stuff, and people that's a certain caliber shouldn't do this, and people that do it that way. Like, people act like Wilt Chamberlain didn't lead the Sixers to go play with the Lakers because he couldn't beat Bill Russell.
That's real shit right there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
people act like Moses Malone didn't lead the Rockets to go to the Sixers so he could play with Dr. J and Mo Cheeks and them and win a title. People act like Shaq didn't leave Orlando after they came up short to go to the Lakers for the bread, and then they started competing, which is essentially what LeBron just did. Left another team to go to a bigger market team with a bigger shine, and then started worrying about how to compete after he got there.
Oscar Robertson going from Cincinnati to
well, it wasn't free agency then, though, so that's a little.
But
I mean, he
had to go to another team though to get his title.
Well, yeah, but it's not you can't go that far back because it's not the same options then at that time like players have now. You know, where it's with Oscar did usher in free agency into basketball, but you know, Oscar also is a dude that's playing for a pointless franchise too. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Cincinnati Royals.
But it's I mean, who are the Sacramento Kings now, way down the road? You know,
Like
but I
after,
mean,
what, 2 other stops somewhere else?
Kansas City and San Diego. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, but KD, hey, he did what he's been living on his terms, but then he goes out here and shows guts. You know, knew he was hurt. Absolutely knew he was hurt. But I knew the entire time that if they got to an elimination game, he wasn't going to just let it go out like that. Like, he was not going to sit in the locker room while his team got eliminated.
And you could tell, like, the other games when the shit was going, he was standing there in the tunnel though, waiting, like, damn, we fucking up. I need to get back out there.
Doing rehab during the game, getting worked on during the game. That's why he wasn't on the court. Still getting worked on, getting therapy and stuff during the game, like using every minute he can to get back. Like, I don't want to hear anything else about Kevin Durant. Like, if you bring it up now at this point, you're just a hater. That's all. And unfortunately, you got a whole bunch of people that be like, yeah, I'm just a hater then. I be like, there's no glory in hating for me. There ain't no glory in hating. Just doing it for the sake of doing it. And I'm gonna say this much: I hope the Warriors win the whole thing.
Ooh.
I hope they win the whole thing.
And that would be poetic justice.
I don't think that after I watched those fans and them do that stuff and the players from the team had to literally walk out there and tell them to chill out. Like, this ain't about that. Like, this guy's a real guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not worried. We upset that he's leaving the game and he out here killing us.
Right. We want to play them at their high strength anyway.
Yeah, we want to play them at full strength. And on top of that, we just don't want to see this happen to this dude because, you know, it might be few and far in between now, but some people just love basketball. And there's a lot of guys in the NBA that just love basketball.
Yeah,
and that dude,
and want to see the good game.
No, I'm talking about the players in the game love basketball.
And want to see it play.
And they want to compete more than anything else. You want to compete, and you want to compete against the best. Because if you're the Raptors and you beat a team with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Boogie Cousins, Andre Iguodala, all of them on the court, there's no question. It's no question you just did something that only LeBron James could do.
Yeah. But it would be funny if Golden State came back to win this, it would erase wouldn't erase, but it would exercise those demons from the Cleveland series. Down 3-1.
I think the two titles they done won since then did that.
No, because Kevin Durant is there. That can always be said like because Kevin Durant was there. This is without Kevin Durant too.
I mean, this is a gauntlet that what championship team has gone through the type of gauntlet that this team has now? To have to come back on those Rockets like that, and then you get hot, you just take out the Trailblazers. You really didn't have any business playing them in the first place. But now your team
bracket was set up all fine.
Your team is just falling apart around you. Like, they're literally, like, no pun intended, limping to the finish. And, like, Clay's hurt. Curry been hurt. They just haven't been talking about it as much. My man Boogie looked like he swallowed that fat ass donut out in California that Iron Man was sitting in back when he was drinking.
Man, Boogie injuries seem like his injuries done really caught him.
Well, I mean, I think he's also a dude that came back
too early
soon because he's like, I want a piece of his action. You know what I mean? He was getting benched. He wasn't going to play last night until KD was out. You know, so I don't know, man. That's a legitimate tragedy. Like, I hate, you know what I'm saying? I hate seeing the best players in the game be gone, and nothing but mad props and respect to him for standing up the way that he did.
Yeah, man. Shout out to KD, man.
So, meanwhile, there's also another championship series that's going on for the St. Louis motherfucking Blues, baby.
Man, dude,
tonight we going for the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Winner take all.
I don't know, man.
Hey, brothers getting excited about hockey has been one of the funniest things.
It's one of the best things to see though on your timeline.
Hey, they so confused.
They don't know nothing of what they can't follow the game. They
don't know the names. Don't know anything. Like, you don't hear people talking about players.
They be like, man, they fucking up. That's all you hear is people like, man, they fucking. They be like, but what? I mean,
but how do you really know? Like, how do you really know if they fucking up? That's my question.
To them, like people that don't follow sports.
Like, you haven't watched the game all year.
Oh, they know it. Like, man, that's my gang colors, blue and gold.
Right.
I'm a 6-0. That was my colors. But yeah, no, man. The game 6 though, man. That was just a debacle. I don't even. And yo, I want to fight the dude from Barstool now. Now you got me. Let's retread back to last week. Dude, man, he's a dick.
Yeah, he's terrible.
So like I watched. So you see the St. Louis Cats put in work on them Bruins Cats in Boston.
Yeah, they was throwing them
Game
all
5.
around. Like, first of all, if we did
And they talking about they got. He's like, and he put on this caption like St. Louis people jumping him. I was like, no, you look at the full clip.
he came back and got flowed.
That's what I said. It was 4 or 5 of them other dudes. You just came and got served up.
Yeah, he walked back over there and got stole on.
Yeah.
Like, if you walk up and get stole on, that's just what was meant to happen to you.
Run up, get done up.
You don't fight people from St. Louis, yo.
White or black?
Like, don't do it. White dudes got wild stamina. I don't fight them.
No.
White dudes be having crazy ass stamina. Like, I seen a white dude get punched in the face at club in college, and then literally, like, I'm talking about, like, he was down. He pulled that Tyson Fury and popped up and walked back up on the dude and stole dude while the police was holding him. I was like, white people don't care for real. Like, I want to bring out like a mixtape. Yes, a mixtape in 2019.
Okay, a mixtape of what?
Of white people just doing the whitest things possible.
The whitest mixtape.
Is there like a Instagram channel yet for that? Like Incredible White Feats or something like that? Incredible Feats in Whiteness or something like that?
Feats in whiteness. Let's see what it says here. What's so crazy is, you know how white the internet is? The internet goes, I put incredible feats in whiteness. It automatically goes to 25 most unbelievable feats of humans is the first thing.
That's so racist.
The first thing is 25 most unbelievable feats of humans. So basically it's saying whites are the humans. The next one's 15 insane real life feats you didn't think were possible. This is all from Googling incredible feats in whiteness.
I want to get that YouTube channel started. We'll do things like go to the GOP National Convention and, like, you know, look at this. Look at incredible feat in whiteness. Look at all of this bias.
Or like a KKK rally?
I'm not doing that. No.
You wouldn't watch that?
You'll get sponsored by Molotov Cocktail.
Sponsored by gin or vodka. It's nothing that has unapproved feats in whiteness. Gender, whiteness, and power in rodeo. Somebody black wrote this. Oh wow, this is actually one of my professors that wrote this. Shout out to Tracy Owens Patton. That's one of my professors in college.
Okay.
That just happened to pop up on my thing. No,
I see Iowa State out here teaching that hood knowledge.
She said, University of Wyoming now.
She found it, or
she's black too. Yeah, she's out there, man.
Black in Wyoming, a 3-part series.
Yeah, she's from Fort Collins though, so like her family still lives there. So it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours from her house.
Fort Collins, what?
Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Because you know Colorado State and Wyoming are rivals.
That's something I didn't have any knowledge of.
It's only an hour and a half, 2 hours between.
If you could have told me to guess,
to figure out who's the. Well, I mean, I guess obviously you'd be like Colorado or Colorado State.
I guess.
Oh, you wouldn't have got that one? Like if I said who's Colorado State's rival, you wouldn't have thought Colorado?
I forgot about Colorado.
When they went to the Pac-12, it was like,
yeah,
they out west.
Shouldn't they be like the Mountain West?
No, they in the right conference, the Pac-12. They're actually in a perfect conference.
I don't think Pacific Ocean when I think Colorado.
2 states over, you in the Pacific Ocean.
Well, we're 2 states from Mississippi, but I sure in the hell don't think about Mississippi when I think about Missouri, even though people other places probably do. They probably think we're right next to each
100% Missouri and Mississippi the same. Not the same thing, but I don't think they're that far.
Arkansas being in the middle is a hell of a buffer.
I know. I totally think it though, man. That's why I mean, Mizzou being in the SEC makes sense.
Well, anyway, roundabout, we got away from it, but Brett Hull has been clowning.
Hold on, y'all. Let's let y'all get y'all a little taste of this Brett Hull.
Game, set, and we're here. Let go Blues!
Bernie Federico, the greatest of all time. Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues!
That's your uncle. That's your uncle.
Yo. No, that literally is my uncle. My uncle.
When you don't put up the Parmesan.
So now, is the Parmesan the only thing he's drinking, or he started drinking some other stuff though, and he got to your Parmesan?
He's drinking these Monacos. He's drinking some Parmesan.
But he got to get to that though. So what did he drink?
He's
to get to
smoking
your
some
house?
bad weed.
Not even good weed, bad weed.
Yeah.
He's smoking some messed up shit. Brett Hall, shout out to you, man. People was not fucking with him for a couple of years when he left. Remember that? Them couple of years though when he went.
Get off the ship, I guess, if you can.
But remember that people was kind of like, oh man, because
because it's been the Blues never won, and people are like, hey man, don't leave. Sit here and suffer with us.
Yeah,
but once again, going back to the Kevin Durant thing, he said, yeah, I'm going to go up here and join these stars because they're good.
Into Detroit and go and give me 2 rings, right?
Yeah, he got one. I thought he got one with Dallas. I think he got one in each place. Detroit.
So he got one in
Dallas. And
Detroit
one
was first or Dallas was first?
I can't remember. Yeah. It's been too long. But he's still the greatest St. Louis Blue of all time.
Yeah.
And now he out here living his absolute best life on this ride. I wonder if his BAC is going to allow him to get on the plane, though, and go to Boston. I mean, I think there's no way in hell Brett Hull isn't in Boston.
Oh, no. You crazy if you don't think he would make it there. Yeah, Dallas, then Detroit.
Yeah,
Dallas, then Detroit. But he got a ring in Dallas and a ring in Detroit.
Yeah, you did good, man. I'm happy you got him. He wasn't going to get him here. The Blues wasn't going nowhere when he left. But brothers getting into hockey has been one of the absolute funniest things on earth.
One of the best things ever.
Like I've long been on the advocate train of saying go to hockey games.
You don't understand how fun they are.
Go to hockey games.
They're fun.
They're fun as hell. It's the absolute best live sport that there is. It's not even close.
It's fun, man.
Like
people understand NBA games kind of suck in person.
The best. I don't believe that. I was the best.
No. The only reason I say that is because just all the different TV timeouts, all the different stuff.
I don't care. Sitting in the first few rows of NBA game is incredible to watch how athletic those dudes are.
What game you go to? You sit in the first few rows.
I've seen a few games that close.
You was on courtside almost?
Like row 2 back.
Ooh, what game you go to?
I saw the Lakers and the Sixers like that. I've seen the
in LA.
No, I saw them here like that.
Oh, I thought you
saw.
But
I went. Yeah, okay. But I saw it in LA too. It was 10th row in Staples.
Okay.
But I mean, any NBA game, you can go watch the Grizzlies and the Pelicans play. Sitting down. When you sit far away from an NBA game, it's like you're watching something completely different than what the people are that are closer to the court.
Right. No, it's a different thing.
Like
it's different
the NBA game up close is incredible. The absolute worst live pro sports experience is an NFL game. That shit is dry as hell, and there is a ton of stuff that you have no clue about what's happening.
And it's a ton of like dead time.
Yeah, and it's slow because I mean it's a play gets run.
Yeah, I'll take that back. You're right about that. I'll take that back from basketball. I'll take that back.
For me,
I was thinking about when I went to the Nets game. I was 5th row.
And it's incredible.
That shit was live.
Them dudes fast as hell. Big ass dudes fast as hell like that. You see how athletic them dudes really is.
That's almost got kicked out for yelling Austin Rivers.
Yeah, well, if anybody
and yelling at Bradley Beal too though, like STO on here, stand up.
Shout out to Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
Big money. Kind of got played not getting that 3rd team All NBA this year.
Man,
but
John Wall sitting out here for the sit out probably another whole year.
John Wall just is about to start a $170 million extension by sitting out a year.
A whole year too.
I'll take a year off. Don't worry, I'm hurt. But yeah, so Brett Hull turned up. Hey, hockey. Go see a hockey game if you can. Yeah, go see a hockey game if you haven't yet. There's hockey teams in such random cities too. Like there's a NHL team in Columbus, Ohio. Like just go see the Blue Jackets. You know what I'm saying? Like if you happen to be
fun, man.
If you happen to be traveling for business and you in fucking Winnipeg, which is in the middle of nowhere. Go see the Jets. Literally, there's nothing else to do.
And that's fucked up how they did the Winnipeg team, though.
The first time?
The second time. They moved them cats from Atlanta, and they had the most black players in the NHL. One team moved them to Winnipeg. Them cats were from the most strip
clubs. They could have at least took them to Quebec.
That's what I'm saying. They would have loved that. Quebec, the Nordiques. They'd have been straight up like, okay, ain't that far from Montreal.
Quebec Nordiques are one of the jerseys that's out of circulation that annoys me the most because the Quebec Nordiques jerseys was jumping.
It's out of circulation? You can't get one? It's hard to get one? I mean, you got to pay arm and leg.
I mean, they're the Colorado Avalanche now. I mean, you can still buy the jersey. I'm just talking about
it's circulation in general.
Yeah, it's not up there.
What about that Hartford Whalers joint was dope, too?
Yeah, they wore that this year. The Hurricanes wore that this year.
Okay, yeah, they had that Whalers joint.
But if I'm like, that's like, man, if the Thunder wore a Sonics jersey, I'd be hot. Like once you take
Oh
my
no,
team,
no, the Seattle owns that name still.
well, yeah, I'm just saying, but like they have Gary Payton and them numbers retired though.
In Oklahoma City?
Yeah, like the
Really?
Sonics rafters in
Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The history of the Sonics, like the scoring leaders and stuff
Yeah.
like that, is the Seattle Supersonics.
I wonder what happens if Seattle gets a team and they get the Sonics, but do they get to take their
No, it's
history
not
back?
theirs. It's the people that moved it, bought the team. They
So
own,
with the Ravens, is it the Browns' history?
no, it's the Ravens are the Ravens. Like teams can decide if they're going to cut it off. If the Thunder said nope, this is ours.
Oh, because I'm okay. So the Ravens gave up the Browns' history back to the Browns, basically.
Yeah, because they recolonized the Browns, just like the NBA recolonized the Charlotte Hornets when they took them out of when they ended the Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bobcats turned into the Hornets because they finally took the name when the Pelicans came to New Orleans. They gave the Hornets back to Charlotte, so they just transferred all the history.
Okay.
Like the Pelicans' history isn't
But
the Hornets'
but
history.
Oklahoma City holding on to that history of Seattle, like fuck y'all.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet. We don't know. I'm just telling you right now. When you go to Oklahoma City Stadium,
you see the
Gary Payton and Sean Kemp and all them cats jerseys is in
Damn.
there. So
I don't even think Gary Payton probably even been to Oklahoma City game.
I'm sure he has. The teams players go to people to cut them checks. Believe
Okay.
that. Believe that. You can ask Big O about that. Being a retired
Fair enough.
athlete, they gonna
gonna
come
pick up a
knocking.
random
You're
check.
not gonna say no to the money. You know.
Shout out to the Big O.
But anyway, man, somebody who's not gonna be getting that call and getting that check anytime soon is Kellen Winslow Jr.
Yo,
I'm glad we're doing this. We haven't had a good sports show in a while.
yeah. If anybody doesn't know, Kellen Winslow is now on trial for 5 rapes. Two of them were homeless women. They're all women like over the age of 50. Some women are 70.
Yo, when you're raping homeless people, you're probably the worst possible human being that you could possibly be.
You're just a fucking dirtbag.
Yeah, that's the worst. Like, leave homeless people the fuck alone.
He's had is this top 10 fall-offs?
Top 3 fall offs.
What's 1 and 2?
To go from an NFL all
I mean, Aaron Hernandez has got to be
to go
1
from
and 2
an
then,
NFL
right?
all pro to raping homeless chicks.
Mm-hmm.
You give me.
I mean, is Aaron Hernandez in this top 3?
Yeah, he was like a drug lord. He was like he just had hood problems.
You said it's a little bit different than his hood problem.
I guess if you count in the fact that they said that it was his lover and all that stuff, it got a little nasty.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's all conjecture in the back end to kind of shit on somebody, though. Maybe.
If you got to say maybe, you don't know no different. So it very well could have happened. But I mean, Aaron Hernandez got to be in there. OJ came up off of that.
He did.
OJ got reclaimed by the black community for what he went through.
OJ did.
OJ wasn't a fall off.
Ray Caruth?
He wasn't on. He's famous for what he did.
Oh, you're saying because people knew Kellen Winslow's
Yes,
name.
I'm talking about people that
and
was
people knew
on.
Aaron Hernandez. He got a fucking Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, I'm talking
Kellen
about-
Winslow won a national championship with Miami.
Yeah, I'm talking about people that was on.
Yeah.
Like, if we just talking about, like, athletes, I mean, if we're going to talk about people that, like, fell off, and life is, like, as a whole, I mean, you can get into all sorts of people.
Yeah.
You can get into all sorts of people that
I mean, but like, dude, Kellen Winslow's up here raping 70-year-old women, 56-year-old homeless women.
Mm-hmm. That's dirtball, legendary dirtball stuff.
Like, he has to have a mental issue then.
But yeah, for sure.
Like, is it CTE?
CTE?
CTE, you think? I'm surprised if he does maybe handle. I don't know why his lawyers didn't try to bring that up in court. Because I've been trying to read that and see where a defense will come from that.
I mean, Vin Baker had a big fall off, but didn't got himself back together.
Yeah, but he ain't got caught raping no 55-year-old. No.
Well, I'm not comparing them. I'm just putting out fall offs in general.
Money-wise, I mean, you can go into
He was working
Antoine Walker.
He was working at Starbucks.
Antoine Walker. Bernie Kosar.
What happened to Bernie Kosar?
Bernie Kosar lost all his paper. He was working in like a Quick Trip or some shit.
Oh, Mike Tyson?
But Mike Tyson's still beloved though.
Mike Tyson
always go get a bag though.
Doc
He could
Gooden?
get a bag if he wanted to.
Doc Gooden?
Doc Gooden. Strawberry too.
Lance Armstrong?
Oh, that's top 5.
Michael Vick still had hood love, but he fell from the top of the world. He was the Allen Iverson of the NBA.
And they was waiting to give him that Allen Iverson bag too. That little Allen Iverson too on the low though.
I mean, Mike still got paid. Mike came back and got his cash.
And cashed out.
Yes, Mike came back. I've never been happier for any one person who came back and got their cash than Michael Vick.
So I mean, like the Kellen, like my thing is
Maurice Claret.
Oh, that's a good one because he got a couple of gun charges, all kind of shit, right?
Lawrence Phillips.
I mean, he's dead, so I mean that's.
I mean, before he died.
I'm shit. I mean,
Lamar Odom.
Nah, Lamar Odom. He had some fucked up shit going on. He wasn't raping nobody and stuff.
I'm not comparing it again. It's not
Darren Sharper.
It's not. Stop. Yes, he's up there. Before you, I'm not saying bigger or less than Kellen Winslow. I'm just saying greatest fall-offs of all time. Yes.
Darren Sharper's got to be up in here too.
Yeah. What's the biggest political fall-off?
Ooh.
What was that dude that they made the movie about with Hugh Jackman in it?
Hugh Jackman.
It came out this summer.
Not Harvey Dean, right? Not Harvey. I mean, let's see. Oh, you talking about the dude that? Oh no, I think the biggest political fall off is William. I believe his name is William Harrison. He died after doing his speech.
William Henry Harrison, who died after
doing a 7-hour speech though in the cold.
After his inauguration speech,
yeah,
after
and he
walked
died.
like 2
and
miles
died 30
in the
days
rain.
later.
Is that a fall off or are you just a dumbass?
That's a hell of a fall off to me. You went from being the president to being dead in 30 days.
You was president for 45 minutes.
You did. Hold on, let's see. What is the movie you talking about with Hugh Jackman?
It came out this past summer. It was political. He was a politician.
The front runner.
Yeah. And dude in that was, you know what's gotten ridiculously hard to use is IMDb. IMDb has gotten hard to use. They got too much shit in
Gary Hart.
Gary Hart. Yes. Gary Hart got jammed up. He got
So I don't know this story.
He got one of the biggest jam ups in the history of jam jobs. He was running for president.
Okay.
And got the jam so bad that he couldn't that he had to drop out the race.
Damn.
Like he was a front runner in '88 when Dukakis got it against
Bush,
against George Bush, yeah. And then he fell off because of that, because they said he was having an affair with a woman on a boat, but nobody else substantiated it because this is long before the days of TMZ. But the story took on life of its own.
Oh, so one person said it happened and it became.
A lot of the evidence says it did.
Oh,
happen.
okay. So there is
but
pictures.
it just took off and got him.
Well, it says right here, this proves to be a mistake when in 1987, photos of him and journalist Donna Rice are published by reporters in the Miami Herald. In a desperate attempt to clear his name, Hart tries to fix his reputation at the news event concerning the affair, but to no avail. Wow.
Life's tough, bro. Let's hit a couple other things real quick.
Yeah.
Get through this. Get through a few things that moved our attention this week. So some midgets, bank robbers. Like in real life, you brought this one to me.
Look here, man. Look. They
we was already talking about 5'6" Isaiah Thomas.
They gotta eat too.
Well, what's the story?
So basically, there's a string of little people, as they like to be called.
Let me ask you this real quick: is somebody like me that's 6'1" saying midget? Is that like
nigga.
A white person saying nigga?
I mean, it's not as visceral because you have the history behind it, but it is.
Do we feel like we are versed in the history of midget enough to know that?
No.
I think the midget might be a slur that's getting underreported in its severity.
The word, this midget in itself?
Mm-hmm. Like, people be making all sorts of little, like, nomenclature stuff from it. Like, but you don't see no sports teams named after the midgets, though. But you still see them Native Americans, them Indians, them Cleveland Indians. What if there's the Cleveland Midgets? You think we'd have as big of an issue?
They got the Midget League.
I guess you can't say as big of an issue, though.
Nah.
Because it's literally not that. Okay, anyway, continue.
So, 3 members of the so-called Irish mob Midgets, a Boston-based criminal organization composed of people of short stature, have been arrested this morning, reports the Boston Chronicle. And they've been knocked off 55 similar break-ins in the region of knocking them off.
And what is this, like taking advantage of your position in life? Like catching people sleeping?
Literally. They say they were robbing people, though, just coming in their crib, though.
I just keep picturing the dude from Bad Santa being the influence of this.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't it be him?
He punched Billy Bob Thornton in the junk, and then he kicked him, and he fell over like that bowling pin.
Yeah. I'm not seeing you being wrong at all. Everything you're saying is correct.
I can't wait for Christmas.
I gotta watch this movie now, though, dude. This movie with the Hugh Jackman you talking about.
Gary Hart getting jammed up?
Yeah, I didn't know he got. This is something I did not know in history about him getting jammed up like this.
It's a real thing, dog.
He looks like him too. Like the picture of the
Gary Hart's still alive. He out there.
Yeah, I'm saying the picture of Gary Hart looks like the real Gary Hart.
Yeah.
I mean, Hugh Jackman looks like Gary Hart.
Hugh Jackman kind of looks like everybody.
Wow. So he's the everyman.
He's the everyman for white people.
So he's who's our everyman for black?
It depends on
we got different complexions.
we're shade based, yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard to I guess Denzel, because Denzel played light skinned and dark skinned people.
Yeah, Denzel I don't identify with.
Yeah, but he plays them all.
But
And what's the Chadwick Boseman too does?
well, he only plays famous dead black people.
Yeah,
and superheroes.
Because he played Thurgood Marshall. And he ain't nowhere close to Thurgood Marshall.
This nigga played Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, and Jackie Robinson.
And he's getting ready to play the Black Samurai.
Yeah.
The first Black Samurai in Japan.
Yeah. It's like Homeboys in Outer Space Part 2 or something like that. That's what that sounds like. There's a theory that we need for you to introduce here today. Because once again, Jaden Smith is back in the news, a.k.a. Bran Stark.
Yeah.
A.k.a. the
first free black man.
A.k.a. hold on, we got more titles to give him. A.k.a. Will Smith kind of probably like, man, that's my son, but boy, that's wild. A.k.a. the King of Westeros. A.k.a.
the first free black man.
The first free black man. Now, can you explain how somebody can be the first? Because I think a lot of people know semi-free black men or even free black men out here.
Yeah, you may know a brother that's an indentured servant, but you don't know a free black man
like Steven off of Django.
No, he's not an indentured. He's a full-on slave.
Oh, okay.
Indentured servant, somebody, he can go off the plantation, go hang out, do what he want to do, but Jaden can do whatever he want to do. Period, with no repercussions. He out here giving up free water to Flint anytime they need it, which is what he's supposed to do. He's the first free black man, and
no, you have to explain how one becomes.
I can't explain it because you can't do it.
What the? Wait, something in time. You looked at him and you said,
I looked at his daddy. I was like, he got out the plantation though. But he got scars. You know what I'm saying? Because he a black man in America. But his son don't even understand nothing about these scars. He just don't give a fuck. He just riding.
Is it because his daddy moved out west to Bel Air?
Yeah. You know who else may be free? And I may get some slack for this.
I don't think you're going to get any slack because you haven't explained what it means to be free.
Okay.
It's a mentality?
It's
a
lifestyle?
Mentality,
lifestyle, being able to do what you want to do and literally have no repercussions.
I think that it's because you don't believe in repercussions. Like, you don't believe.
Yeah, you don't believe in it. And you know, somebody is.
Like, can you really get in trouble if you don't believe in the authority?
Yeah, you don't believe in it. I think Magic Johnson's son may be close.
So is this a thing that only the prodigy of...
You gotta have money to back you to do this.
I think that you can be a free black man and not have money.
Impossible.
I think it's possible.
Because you still got bills to pay.
I get
if you
that.
ain't got to worry about bills and your daddy be like, I got you, man.
But what if you
be free?
What if you get married and you a free black man?
It's hard to be a free black man if you're married.
But it's possible.
You can be.
I've seen it happen before.
It's with stipulations. Let that money dry up though. They back on the plantation. Jaden can literally do anything he wants to. Even if he has a child, it's gonna push him.
But here's the thing: it's not about. But here's what I'm gonna debate you about being a free black man. Whereas you can't say you can only be free because you have money, it makes it easier to be free because you have money.
You got that mentality.
But that mentality is before access.
Mentality is 70% of everything.
I would say it's 90% of it because you have to be checked out. like you have to be Bran Stark. You know how Bran was sitting there talking to people, he wasn't really looking at nobody, and you like, I know this motherfucker ain't blind. Like I know he can see me, but he on such another plane.
That's
like
free black man.
Like Morpheus was a free black man.
Yes.
He's like the grandfather of free black men.
Yes, fictionally.
Yes.
Jaden is real life. And maybe EJ, man. I'm more and more I think EJ may be free too.
What does he actually do?
He's actually like a designer. He does all kind of crazy shit.
He does all the same stuff as Paul McCartney's daughter. Well,
yeah.
she's actually famous though for doing it.
Exactly. EJ just famous because he is daddy's son, though, and he's who he is, though, and he's able to. Jaden actually, and that's the thing about him being free. He embraces his father like I love my father, but he don't give a fuck about you giving a fuck about his daddy though.
No, he doesn't care about that at all. But here's the thing though, is that like we were talking about before the show, like I feel like I know a free black man.
I mean, so go ahead,
Everybody knows somebody who's checked out.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like they on a different wavelength. And not like on a different wavelength where it's just like, yo, that brother's really deep. Like he's gonna send like Vernon, like our homeboy Vernon. Who's like, yo, he's deep. Like he's a smart ass dude.
Shout out my big brother Vernon.
It's like somebody that is like yo, he's on something different. And like every time you see him, you might like sit down and he might talk to you about something like different. Like I done seen a whole bunch of people like go back to Africa but still be in America like over the last year. And I'd be like, they getting real close to getting free. like they getting close.
So you think if you go to Africa though, you getting close to being free in general?
Well, I mean, if you mentally go to Africa, but you still live in America.
You're saying that you ain't never even touched the soil.
You might have touched it once, but you came back and it's like you never. I'm just talking about in general, people that are Americans who done gone back to Africa in their mind.
Okay.
And I'd be like, hold on, you still here with me. Like you
ain't went nowhere.
Like you are right here with me, but you done gone back to Africa. Like that's a level of freedom in your mind. That is a degree of the free black man.
That's real.
Cause like the free black man, like Bran Stark, is the only person who went on a journey and then just decided I'm going to be king at the end of the day. Like that's something that only a free black man would do because people like me and you would think that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and and the thing about Bran had to go on a hell of a motherfucking journey to even come to this point.
Because I want to know what the journey, like back in the day, you would be like, man, he smoked some bad weed. Like something happened to him. He ain't how he used to be. But I think now people are either like they blowing a fuse or like they just getting to a point where they just like, you know what? I'm just checking out of all this bullshit in America. I'm a free black man.
Figure out what's going on. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is though now though, man. That's the way that the world is basically now though. But free black men, I mean,
can there be free black women?
Yeah, of course it can.
I don't know if I've ever seen a free black woman before. And this has nothing to do with sex. I'm just saying that.
No, I know there are though.
It's like Erykah Badu, a free black woman.
I mean, it's a close one because she don't give a fuck.
I think she,
but I don't think she's actually an escaped free black woman though. She's not. She's got off the plantation, but like, okay, there can be free more other. Let me go dive deeper into this. There could be other. You could be free, but you had escaped. I'm talking about new bread. You're born free. Like Jaden was born free. It's like almost like when Hispanic Mexican refugees come here though, and like their kid is born here and they're born American, so therefore they are American. Yeah. That's what I mean by Jaden being the first free black man. Is he was born free.
Okay.
And he lives free. You can escape the plantation and not be and be free. I guess that's a step to take with it a little bit more.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you.
So that I guess that gives a little bit more clarity to it. Is that he is free and don't give a fuck because he already been out here.
Freedom is a mindset.
And his mind is wherever he's at. Go, everybody get a chance. Just go look at his Twitter though sometimes. And just actually, you know what? Let me read some of his newest tweets.
Is Kanye a free black man?
I think he. Did you watch his David Letterman?
I did. I think I like Kanye again.
I did into that last half though. He's talking a lot of that bullshit.
Yeah, I know, but I think that you have to take a certain level of bullshit when you listen to a free black man.
But
Because like every time I've sat there and I've discussed a free black man, especially the one or two that I actually know, I walk away being like, yo, I don't agree with half the stuff we just talked about, but I respect him for being free.
And that's the thing about being free though is so Jaden, let's go Jaden Smith. Let's see some of his wow, Jaden Smith doesn't tweet as much as he used to. Jaden Smith has put out his address while he's in Australia at one point. No context with it. Just 420 George Street, Sydney, SSW 2000, 5:30.
Like he just invites people to just come and congregate with him. That's free. That's free as it gets right there.
And it looks like Morse code almost. Like
to me, when I think about like the Burning Man thing is like a center of free people gathering. And then people that just want to take pictures on Instagram. Like, there's two different types of people. You don't see the free people on Instagram taking pictures, but you do see the models doing all of that. Like, the models want to channel the spirit of the free people, but they really are as far away from it as you can get.
So, this tweet from Jaden, he goes, random person. You know, how people have, like, person that says something. Random person. I don't know who you are. Jaden, me either.
Like when you start speaking in haikus, you on a whole nother level.
That's what I'm saying. He's free, man. Dude, Jaden is fucking free. Dude.
Freedom is when
he's first generation free.
Freedom is when you cut your mental link to all of the reality that others live in, but you're still aware of it.
Yeah,
is that it? Is that fair to say? When you've cut your association from the reality that other people live in, but you're still aware of it and you empathize with it.
Wow, that's a good way maybe to think of it. I didn't even think about it like that. That's a good thing.
Like you don't understand the things.
I didn't think about it like
you
that.
don't understand the stress that people get from the world, but you see beauty in it. Like there's so much beauty in the stress that we have. Embrace it or break it. Like, what did you just say to me? Like, I can break my own stress, but I have to embrace it too. But then you start to think about it like a day later after you talk to a free black man and you be like, yo, that nigga was right. I do got to embrace this stress so that I can break it.
I mean, then he gives out his phone, his room number in Paris.
Let me ask you this. Can you be a free white man?
You're already free. You've been free for a long time. I'm just saying, you've been free for a long time.
Okay.
Now you can be
like, are allies free white people? Have they like freed themselves from the constraints of their whiteness, of what we would consider to be
no, because they're still white.
Systematic whiteness?
No, they're still white though.
So you don't believe in the ally? The allies?
No, I do believe in ally.
Allies,
but I don't believe that you've like freed yourself of whiteness because you always white.
But we can free black people free themselves of blackness?
That's the hard. That's the trickeration of it.
But it's not possible. But it's not possible for a white person to free themselves of whiteness.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess I'm as confused as I am when we started now. But I think that's the point because I'm about as far away from free as you can get. If I got free like that, I'd start taking SSRIs and shit. Like I would have to start taking medicines to like ground my to like put me back into reality.
So I'm gonna read a series of tweets from Jaden.
Can you create a Wikipedia page for this theory?
For the free black man
theory. Can we?
You know what? Maybe I should do it.
Can we start the process towards
trying
to
get
get
be the only one like free black man.
Notable free black man.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith. Can we start this?
You know
We're starting the process.
You know what? We should do this.
We're gonna start this, and Wikipedia is gonna shut us down every week, but we're gonna keep trying to get it done.
So he goes, anxious teenagers, I be. So he's talking like Yoda. You know how Yoda be talking like prepositions behind the word?
Yoda was definitely a free green man.
Yes.
Okay.
I gave myself whiplash yesterday in the studio. Part of me will always live forever in the sky.
You know who is a free white man? There's two free white men that I can.
Oh, go with yours. I do have one.
Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I also said Bill Murray.
Absolutely.
Bill Murray is a free white man.
Another one, Christopher Walken.
Ooh, yes. Yeah. Because they don't get they
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman actually may be the patron saint for free
I
white
think
men.
he is the first free white man.
Yeah, he's the first free white man.
Him and William Henry Harrison.
Shout out to William Henry Harrison that had died for white people can be free. Yeah, man, Jaden that's a motherfucker right there, man. I'm impressed by his freeness.
Yeah. Well,
before we
turn the page, man, we got a somber note, man. R.I.P. Bushwick Bill.
Yeah, shout out to the great Bushwick Bill. That's why they were gonna go on tour, but I think that they nixed that when they was like, yeah, man, this dude got to walk around probably around on the dialysis. He ain't going on stage with the joint hooked up to his pancreas.
Ghetto Boys, legendary, man. It's a lot more than just mind playing tricks on me. Legendary Southern rap group. And Bushwick Bill played a big
verse, man. Like
big part in that.
Some of his best verse to me on the low is on The World Is a Ghetto.
Telling the truth on that joint though.
On That World Is a Ghetto, yeah, man. He said you don't believe in poverty. I got proof. Look in any city in any place in your city where minorities grew. I will show you dope dealers, hard times, and a crime rate that'll never decline.
Mm-hmm. Sounds familiar. Yeah. Sounds familiar. Sitting here in St. Louis where an 11-year-old and a 3-year-old got shot this week. You know what I'm saying? Where a kid gets left in the car to die. You know what I mean? Like. It's real.
Motherfuckers living a fucked up lifestyle.
That's not freedom. That's not the free. That's not the free mindset. That's the.
But see, Jaden try to save them though.
That's the checked out mindset. That's the checked out ridiculous mindset. But yo, the Ghetto Boys was dropping knowledge on folks.
Yeah.
And giving you that early poetry.
I mean,
what rap should be.
The album, I think the album what reminds me of Truth was the one where when Bushwick Bill got shot in his eye and they on the front on the dolly. Mm-hmm. I believe that's the album that's on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. One of the great albums. One of the great albums all the time.
Yeah, I'm finna let everybody know now. So the We Can't Be Stopped album. Yeah, that's the one where he's Bushwick Bill shoots himself in the eye or makes his girlfriend shoot himself in the eye. And that was 91. Made his girlfriend shoot himself in the eye because he was arguing with her and made him shoot himself in the eye. And they took the fucking they on a dolly with him. And they fucking took the album cover. That's fucking crazy to think about that shit. They made that the album cover though.
Mm-hmm. That's hardcore. That's hardcore
and
living.
Bushwick Bill sitting there with a bullet in his face, sitting on a cell phone, and they Willie D's face sitting there on the side of the dolly.
This seems like an album cover. Let's go with this. That's keeping it 100% real.
100%
That's one of the
real.
moments of the realest. One of the realest moments of all time.
The realest.
That and when Master P had that dude smoking that crack on the front in that cloud on the front of that Ghetto Dope album.
Yeah, man.
Because that
was real. That was too thick of a smoke not to be crack smoke. And I don't believe they had a graphic designer do that.
When that much crack smoke in the air, you see that on the meteorologist. That's that green. That's that green cloud crack smoke.
Well, next week y'all need to come up with the fake story for this week and last week.
It's carrying over. The pot is up to a grand total of $2. You can't just know one. You got to have both.
You can hit us on Twitter, straight OLC at gmail.com, the Straight Outlaw Scenario fan page, either one.
Happy Father's Day up front.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the mother fathers.
To our brothers out here holding it down against all odds.
Yeah, man. Should we get what about the fathers? Should they get the mother as a father card?
I'm not talking about that anymore.
Okay.
I vehemently don't believe in that more than anything in life.
Yeah. And that's fucking Hallmark to do that bullshit.
Yeah. I'm going to go and buy all of those. And I'm going to throw them away.
Yeah, just represent for your fathers, man, out there, man. I know everybody's dad ain't been the best dad to them and everything.
Maybe we need to throw together a quick breeze through bracket, man. The top 8 black fathers of all time.
Fictional or real?
Fictional. Because
I guess we don't know what's happening inside their house. James Evans.
We're going to throw this together.
I mean, Father's Day this Sunday.
I know. We'll put it on the internet.
Okay. We'll put it on the fan page.
It's an incredible thing called the internet that you could use. I don't know if you heard about it.
Jaden didn't teach me that.
Jaden is probably one of them dudes that's like checked completely out of the internet and it's like, I've moved beyond this. Like he tweets, but it doesn't actually reach the internet, but they still
he has
exist.
sent somebody else the tweet to send out for him because he won't touch the internet.
I think that he just tweets. He internets with his mind.
And some of the tweets get out, some of them don't.
It's like,
that's why they sound disjointed.
It's like Friday or like Jarvis on fucking what's his name?
Hold on. There's a website before we even get out of here. The best tweets of Jaden Smith.
Let's put the link to that.
Yeah,
let's
I'm gonna put it on link on there for y'all.
We'll share the link to that.
I'm gonna give y'all one real quick before we get out of here. A little dark, but he's not wrong though.
Free black man. Dog.
Yo, oh my God, what's it?
That's the freest black man of all time, dog.
Can I really bring the essence through these singing lessons and Google pinging investments? What? The biggest flex. Hold on. The biggest flex anyone ever have is dying. What the fuck? Shout out to you, Jaden. No, man, dude. That's what my yeah, man.
William Henry Harrison flexed on us all.
We will see y'all next week. Thank y'all. So we back on Wednesday. So y'all get this on Wednesday. So give us some props for getting it out on Wednesday. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.